Since the first military parade on October 1st, 1949, such events in Beijing's Tiananmen Square are among the most important ways China commemorates important historical anniversaries. There have been 15 military parades in Tiananmen Square. Beijing generally hosts one every 5 years to celebrate the founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949. The central government also uses the parades to reinforce national identity and unity and to establish the ruling Communist Party's role in leading China to overcome its past humiliations and become a strong nation. It staged a victory parade in 2015 to commemorate the surrender of Japanese invaders in 1945. The win over Imperial Japan was hugely significant for China, since it was the first complete victory against a foreign invader in the country's modern history. Beijing is also seeking to reshape the narrative around World War II. For example, by shifting the starting point of the war to the Mukden incident in 1931, instead of the 1937 battle at the Marco Polo Bridge, adding 6 years to the Chinese People's War against the Japanese. Doing so emphasizes China's sacrifice and contribution to the fight against fascism in Asia and helps position the nation as a defender of the post-war order. The 2015 Victory Day Parade reflected this narrative, highlighting the 1931-37 resistance in Manchuria by the party's Northeast Anti-Japanese United Army. A decade on, China will hold its second Victory Day Parade on September 3rd. And since the People's Liberation Army has not fought a war in more than 3 decades, its military parades also serve as a demonstration of the PLA's powers and determination. The PLA has evolved from an army that consisted of peasant soldiers who operated captured equipment to a military superpower that owns ballistic missiles, aircraft carriers, and drones. Dignitaries attending the parades also reflect the current geopolitical situation. Amid the war in Ukraine and tensions with the US, Russian President Vladimir Putin, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un are the most important international leaders to attend this year's parade. As China continues to project its military strength on the global stage, the world will be watching closely to see what its evolving military will feature in the coming parade.